Imagine you're sipping your morning coffee, looking out the window, and wondering, what if I took a different route to work today? What would happen? Maybe you'd be late. Maybe you'd miss a meeting. Or maybe you'd avoid an accident. But what if all of that happened at once? Not in your imagination, but in another reality. In another universe, you took a different path. And you, there is drinking tea, wondering, what if I had taken the first route? What would have happened? Every time you make a decision, the universe splits. The decision you chose will happen here, and the decision you didn't choose will also happen, but in another world. Perhaps in another world, you're living a different life based on different decisions. We don't know whether your life there is better or worse than your current situation. Welcome to the world of the multiverse. No, you're not going crazy. And no, we're not in a sci-fi movie. This is real physics, extremely strange, but deeply serious. The idea didn't come from a screenwriter's imagination, but from one of the most powerful and accurate theories in history: quantum mechanics. In this theory, an electron isn't in just one place. It's in multiple places at the same time. And that's not a metaphor. According to quantum mechanics, the electron is literally in several places simultaneously. But when we observe it, when we look, it appears in only one spot. As if the act of looking forces it to make a choice. Let me take you by the hand and go back in history a little bit. In the 1950s, a young physicist named Hugh Everett shocked the scientific world. He said, "No. The electron doesn't choose. Instead, the entire universe splits. All possible outcomes happen, just in different worlds. At the moment of observation, reality branches. In our world, the electron is here. In another world, it's there. And in each version, there's a you who sees a different result. Convinced it's the only outcome, saying, I saw it right here." At first, scientists rejected Everett's idea. They called it nonsense. But he asked them to just take it seriously. Because their rejection wasn't scientific, it was psychological. We often reject ideas not because they're wrong, but because they make us uncomfortable or because we can't understand them. But the universe has never cared what we find reasonable. This is the multiverse interpretation. The strange part? This idea isn't crazy, it's actually the simplest one logically. Because it doesn't add new rules, like electron observation forces it to make a choice. It just says, everything that can happen, it does happen. No probabilities vanish. No outcomes are erased. We just live in one branch. The result? An infinite number of universes, splitting every moment. With every decision, every quantum interaction. Maybe in another world, you never opened this video. Maybe in another, you made it. Maybe YouTube doesn't even exist in one of your lives. Maybe somewhere, you're playing football for your national team right now. Anything is possible, as long as it's allowed by the laws of physics. There won't be a universe where you fly like Superman, unless gravity works differently there. But there is a world where you went back to school, turned down a job, or finally said, I love you, to someone. Yes. That's possible. The beautiful part in this is that these universes don't need physical space. They're not cities on a map. They're branches in the fabric of reality itself. Like a document on a computer, every time you click Save As, a new copy is created. The files are separate, don't communicate, and each thinks it's the original. There's another kind of multiverse, not from quantum mechanics, but from the universe itself. We all know the universe is expanding. And it may go on forever. In a theory called cosmic inflation, this expansion isn't uniform. In some regions, it stops, and a universe like ours forms. In others, it continues, and a new universe is born. Again and again, endlessly. The result? Cosmic bubbles, each an independent universe. With possibly different physical laws. In one, gravity is weaker, so stars grow larger. In another, atoms don't bind, so mountains, and people, never form. In another, life might be everywhere, on every planet, almost. The most fascinating part is that we don't live in the best universe. We don't live in the only one. We live in a universe whose laws allow life. If they were slightly different, we wouldn't exist at all. This is called the anthropic principle. We're here because the universe suits us, not the other way around. Like a fish in water, not because the water was made for it, but because it survived where water exists. Some imagine the other version of them lives a better life. Maybe in another world, you won the prize, didn't mess up that conversation, or remembered your friend's birthday. But the truth? That you isn't literally you, it's a parallel copy. It doesn't feel you. It doesn't know you. And in its world, it believes its choices led it here. Just like you do now. Now, surely, a smart and logical question has crossed your mind. Why do we even care? Because these ideas don't just change how we see the universe. They change how we see ourselves. If every choice creates a new world, are we responsible for everything that happens? Or are the others living what we missed? We don't know. But just thinking about it makes us see our small decisions, like choosing coffee or tea, in a whole new light. In movies, we see heroes jumping between universes with a cosmic engine or a strange device. But in reality, we don't even have a clue how to do that. We don't know if it's possible at all. But maybe, in a century, we'll look back at the multiverse. Not as fantasy, but as a simple truth. That reality is far wider than we imagined. And that, us, as we know ourselves, are just a small branch on an infinite tree of possibilities. In the end, whether these universes exist or not, thinking about them teaches us one thing. Reality is stranger than any story we could ever tell. And somewhere, maybe, another you is watching this video, wondering, am I the original? We're all original. And we're all copies. If you enjoyed this journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Share your thoughts in the comments, I'd love to hear from you. Because the next journey could be to the edge of the universe, or into the mystery of dark energy. I don't know yet, but it'll definitely be a ride worthy of us.